Hello. This module is going to be called, we're calling this the probability and statistics calculator module. In other words, what kind of things you can do in probability and statistics. In the last video, I showed you how you can do a chart of, a stat plot, and we're going to go through and start off with that again, doing a stat plot. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and make sure everything's cleaned out of my graphing utility. And there's something in there that's in there. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to hit the clear button and clear that out. Then I'm going to hit second y is equal and turn on my stat plot. So I'm going to turn that on. And I'm going to go in, hit 1. And I'm going to hit on. So hit enter. And that one's turned on and it's reading L1 and L2. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to change that. So I'm going to go to stat plot. Not stat. I'm going to go to stat. And I'm going to go to edit, enter, because I'm going to edit my spreadsheet. And I'm going to put a few more numbers in there. And these are not in order. I'm just going to, let's say this is test scores and this is number of hours studied. Okay, I'm going to put a few more in here. I'm just going to start right here and let's see. Well, yeah, I'm going to start it off at 72, 75, 76, 78. I'm not going to put them in order. 82, 75, 86, 88, 90, 85, 91, 92, 95, 88, and 97. And I'll put in my other numbers, correlation to hours studied, and 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and 2 hours. And now I do a stat plot with that information. I go to second stat plot, and it's going to be reading L1 and L2. That's where I have my information. L1 and L2, and hit graph. Now, of course, I don't have I don't have the data here, so I need to hit zoom. Maybe zoom 0. Don't have it there, so maybe I need to go to Windows because all my grades are between 70 and, so I need to go to Windows. My X-min is 65 to 107, so that's okay. And this is messed up right here because the Y max and the Y min, that's going to be messed up. Maybe we should make the Y min 0. So I'm going to go down and make the Y min 0 and the Y max 5 because I didn't do over 5 hours of studying. There it is. And then of course you can go under stats now that you've got the dot plot started, or not the dot plot, scatter plot, and you can go into stat and you can go to calculate and go down to linear regression of those points and hit enter, and it's going to read L1 and L2, and you go down and you hit calculate. And there is your A, which is your slope, and your y-intercept, -3 or -2.95. So you've got a 500 slope, so that means 1 over 20. Your slope is 1 over 20. 5 over 100, I think that's right. 1 over 20. So your slope's gradually going up. Not much, but it's going up. We can go back, hit stat. You might can do a calculate the one variable statistic. It may take it. May want two, but we'll do one. And it's going to read L1, which is your test scores. Go down to calculate, and there's your test data. Go to stat, go to test, and you can actually do some of these tests, but we're not going to right now because you'd have to get into probability and statistics before you could do that. I wanted to see if there was anything in calculate. I don't see anything. Yeah. Now you could do a manual fit, or you can do a, yeah, you could do a manual fit. Hit D. No, I don't think it's going to work because we haven't got one set up for it. Yeah, there it is, drop points. So with the stat button, you can do a lot of stuff with the spreadsheet. You can do a lot of things with the stat plot. One other thing, if you wanted to go in and put the data in order, you would hit stat. Okay, let's get out of this. Second, quit. Okay, it's not doing this thing, so that means I'm stuck or it's working. One of the two. We'll give it a second. Let me hit clear. Okay, second quit. All right, and let's go to the actual spreadsheet again. And I'm going to sort in ascending order. L1, so hit Shift 1, close parentheses, enter, and it's done. So now you look at your stat, edit, and now all your things are in order. And that's how you put them in order. Okay. Now you need to do stat, and now you need to calculate first variable statistic because now your range is going to be different because it put it in order. That's why the first rule of anything in statistics is put everything in order. There you go. So it changed it a little bit. Alrighty, so that's a little bit on how to use for finding stat plot as far as putting input into the little spreadsheet, putting it in order, finding the first variable statistics, and finding or graphing the stat plot. Now, what if you are given a formula in probability and you have the means to do it on your calculator? Well, that's fine. In fact, there's a lot of formulas in probability that I tell students it's better for you to do it in your calculator. And one of the first ones that I'm talking about is called permutations and combinations. And when you hit the math key right here, you will see something come up like this. Go over to probability. And there is your probability formulas. And one that you're going to use a lot is number 2 and number 3. You also use number 4 a little bit. Now, how do you use them? Well, with factorial, you just type in 4. And then you type in, 4. And then you type math, probability, and go down to factorial. and enter. 4 factorial is 24. What if you wanted to do a combination? Well, I'm not going to explain to you what NPR means and NCR means. I will tell you that NPR is the permutation and NCR is the combination. So if you wanted to do a combination of 40 people, and those 40 people, they want to pick a committee, and that committee is going to consist of 4 officers. Okay, they don't tell officers, 4 committee members. Let's just say committee members. So out of 40 people, so we hit math. Oops, I'm sorry, we don't hit math. We hit 40, and then we hit combination, which is math, probability, and NCR, because I said it was combination. Combination, this is permutation, this is combination. Enter, and 4 committee members. So you got 40 people, let's say 40 students in a room, and you want to see how many different committees can be made up of those 40 people. And when you get through, you can find out that there's over 91,000 different combinations of a board, 4 members in that room of 40 people. Now, what if you wanted a president, a vice president, a secretary, and a treasurer? In other words, not 4 committee members, but 4 officers that have been named. Well, then that changes things because it's order. And at that point, you would use, and this is the good part, watch this, hit second entry. I see there it's got the same numbers, and all you have to do is go back and hit math, probability, and instead of NCR, you hit MPR and hit enter. And that changes it from 91,000 combinations to 219, let's see, 2,193,360. Why? Because you put order in it. Order is a permutation, combination, no order. Okay? So this is one of the times that you would want to use the calculator. You can also use a calculator in statistics for finding the z-score. Second, bars, and normal CDF. What if you wanted to find the area between -2 and +2 on the normal distribution? Well, we all know that -2 to +2 is 95% of the population. So hit enter, enter, enter. Okay, there we go. -2, hit 1, hit enter. Okay, it didn't like it. I don't know what it's, I've never seen this set up before. Normal CDF from -2 to +2. Let me try the first one. Let me try that. Might be the other one. Math, no. Second vars, normal PDF. -2 to +2. No, that's not it. It's the first one. I thought it was the first one, but it's not. It's asking for something. I don't know what it's asking for. Stat. Not stat. Second vars. Normal CDF. No, CDF. Why did it go to there? Okay, I'm having a brain bubble here. Normal CDF. Enter. Okay, it's doing all kind of funky stuff now. Okay, second quit. Second or clear. Now let's try this again. Second bars, normal CDF, enter. Lower is -2. Upper is +2. 0 is the mean, standard deviation. I don't understand what this paste is. I guess enter. And enter. I don't understand. I know that the next one, second vars, normal, inverse norm. The area, let's say we wanted 50%. So that would be 0.5000. And it's a left tail. And you should hit enter. I've never seen this paste. I don't know what that is. This thing is remembering everything I'm doing. That's one of the problems. It's remembering too much. Hold on a second. Let's hit clear. There. Now let's try it again. Second, inverse norm, vars of inverse norm. And this will, if you're given the area, I'm going to give 50%, 0.5000. I hit the wrong thing. Second, vars, inverse norm, not inverse t, area, and back this up. It's remembering that. I'll change it to 0.7500. I have no idea what this thing's doing now. Second, quit. Let me try it again. Second, vars, inverse norm, number 3. I'm going to hit 3. There. 0.5000. And it's going there, there. And enter. And enter. And that's right. Give you the z-score of 0. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, now if I want to find out, that's 50%. Now why didn't the other one work that way? Let's try it again. Second, vars. And we're going down to NormalCDF. And I'm going to type in -2. I bet I know why. I've typed in to +2. And it should give us 95%. There, now it's working. I think I was putting in the negative right there. So anyway, -2 to +2 gives us a 95 percentile, 90.9545. And that's how you do your calculator with the NormalCDF, which is finding your z-score and finding your area under the curve. If you wanted to find something else, NPX, you would type in second vars, and you would go down to, I think it's number 0, binomial PDF. I think it's this one. Hit enter. Number of trials, that's N. So let's say 45, and P is 0.2, and X is 5. And they give you all that information. And hit enter, and hit enter, and you get a probability of 0.05. So these are just some things, and the two keys that you're going to be using a lot of in probability and statistics is the stat key and the second vars key. All right, you're going to be dealing with those two a good bit. I was looking to see if there was another one in here. No, I think that's it. So if you want to find the area under the curve. Let's say you wanted to find the area under the curve, and that's this inverse. Lord, let me get out of this. I think I got confused. Second vars. Let's say you wanted to find the area, or you want to know the z-score that fits the area of 71%. So you would type in 0.7100, and then you would just hit paste and hit enter. 71% is going to be greater than 50%, and let's see, 34 is 68, and then 70, I'm thinking, let's see, 34 is 50%, and half of 34 is 17. 17 plus 50 is 67. So I think it's going to be more than 0.5, probably around 0.6 or 0.7. Hit enter. Okay, 0.5. I said 0.6. So it's 0.55. So if you wanted to find 75, or let's see, 50 plus 34 is 68%, right? 30 plus, no, 30, 34 plus 50 is 84%. So if I wanted to find 0.84, I would hit second vars, go down to inverse norm, and I would type in 0.87, so that would be 0.8700. Well, I know my empirical rule, and when you're talking about stats and the empirical rule in the book, 87% is at the z-score of positive 1. So it'll be close to positive 1. And enter. 1.13. So it's around positive 1. So again, you've got binomial PDF, you've got normal CDF, you've got inverse norm, and all of those help a great deal, as well as your combination and your permutation and your factorial. All of those buttons help you tremendously with probability and statistics. Okay, hope that helps.